Hello everyone and welcome back to Mount Moon TCG. Today's video we're taking a look at the 2019 World Championship format between Perfection, the Masters Champion, and Pikarom Judge, the Juniors Champion. As you can see, there were the lists right there. Big rule change since, this Worlds was, you couldn't play supporter going first nowadays.
No, you could. Yeah.
I know nowadays, but back then you could play a supporter going first. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yes. Yeah, it was the year after it changed. Yep. 2020.
So I'm on the left playing Pikarom, Chris on the right.
And we both start Dedenne, which is just great.
Yeah, that's fun.
Uh-huh.
That's the equivalent of starting, Luminion.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Or Crobat V.
Yep.
But yeah. Play the supporter turn 1, and it's Volkner. Search a deck for an item card and a electric energy card. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Mm-hmm. Shuffle the deck.
Yeah, you couldn't search for special lightning cards with this, I don't think, because it had to be a lightning.
Well, I think all the special lightning energy only said that it was a lightning energy if it was attached to a Pokemon.
Yes, that's the big difference.
Yep. So I searched for the energy and electromagnetic radar, which you discard 2 cards from your hand, and you look through your deck for 2 in any combination of, was it Pokemon GX and...
Lightning Pokemon GX and EX.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Lightning Pokemon GX, EX.
Mm-hmm. And then the stadium you discarded was Lysander's Labs, which turned off tool cards.
Yeah, but not too relevant in this matchup.
No, it was for the fairy charms that prevented damage from lightning Pokemon and like escape boards that could turn off as well.
Escape boards and like U-turn board and stuff too. There's some fun little tool cards running around in this time. So grabbing Dedenne and Pikarom, Pikachu and Zekrom GX, but we call it Pikarom.
Yep, it's easier.
Yep. For 3 energy, 3 lightning energy, does 150. Search your deck for up to 3 lightning energy cards, attach them to one of your Pokemon, shuffle the deck. And the Tag Bolt GX, the GX attack for 200 damage. If this Pokemon has 3 extra lightning energy cards attached to it, the attack does, 170 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon? I think it was 170.
I think it says 160. So it's enough to knock out a Dedenne GX, which is relevant. That's all it really needs to be known.
Right.
Alright, so back on my turn finally. And I immediately play a Giant Hearth. Once during your turn, you may discard a card from your hand to search your deck for 2 fire energies, and then that combos with Welder, which lets you attach 2 extra fire energies and then draw 3 cards. And then I also play 2 Cherish Balls, which is just search your deck for a Pokemon GX, put it in your hand.
Pretty good.
Yeah, especially when your entire deck is GXs.
Yeah, I don't think you have any Pokemon that's not a GX.
Right. There might be a Marshadow or something like that.
Yes, Marshadow, but I think that might be the only one.
Mm-hmm. So I grabbed the Mew Mew, which has the ability Perfection. That's why the deck's called Perfection. And
spoilers.
Yeah. It allows me to use any of my Pokemon GX or EX attacks that are either on my bench or in my discard pile. So those Stage 1 and Stage 2 Pokemon GXs, if they're in my discard pile, I just get to use their attacks. And that's one of the Stage 1s, the Naganadel.
Yeah, you're doing a whole lot on this turn, which can be confusing.
So I use Mysterious Treasure, discarding the Reshizard, which, is fine, because I can use the attacks from the discard pile. And then I use the Mysterious Treasure got me a Psychic or a Dragon Pokemon. I grabbed the Naganadel, which is a Dragon, and then I discarded it with the Giant Hearth to finally grab the 2 Fire Energies.
Did you get that, everybody? There's a lot going on in Chris's turn. But
yes.
Essentially, get Pokemon in the discard pile, use the Mew Mew to use those attacks.
Yep, and then I played Welder to attach those 2 Fire Energies. And I drew 1 more to attach Return, but I don't have a way to retreat.
A little annoying, but...
Well, I do have a Dedenne in my hand.
You do, but you also have a Welder that you can maybe use next turn.
Yeah, I should be able to use because the Giant Hearth is in play.
Right, but I can also replace the Stadium.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do. You're going to pass.
Because I do play a couple Switch cards, I believe.
But of course, I'm showing Chris Dedenne because I'm like, just watch. I top decked Dedenne.
Yeah, you grabbed one with your electromagnetic radar last turn.
I'm not salty at all about that. So, yeah, we got a Judge, Custom Catcher, Thunder Mountain. Yeah, there's a lot going on that I'm like...
Well, I'm pretty sure you want to play the Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, or I could play Judge. That's what I'm thinking here. It's either Dedenne or Judge. Because I know in the practice games we played before, because sometimes we have to play like 5, 6, 7 games before we get a decent match.
Yep.
I started Thunder Mountain every game, and I'm like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of Thunder Mountain opening hand. Because I'll play it, then it gets discarded right away. But I went with Dedenne because I'm like, cool, let's get some cards.
Yeah, so the Thunder Mountain, your electric Pokemon's attacks cost a lightning energy less to use their attacks, which is an interesting card. Usually it's just like your lightning Pokemon's attacks cost a colorless less or something like that, but this is a Prism card, so it's more specific.
Right. Prism. The Prism cards, you can only play one of that certain Prism card. So, of course, I can attack with the Pikarom now because of the Stadium. I played the Switch to get the Dedenne out of the active. And, of course, the Mew, Bench Barrier.
Yep.
Prevent damage done to
Yep, because I do play the Naganadel, which can hit the bench.
There's the Electro Power. Yep. I played it, but I just didn't keep it in play.
Yeah, you set it aside beforehand. Because there was no reason not to play it before Dedenne.
Exactly, but for some reason, I just... I was like, oh yeah, I have Electro Power in hand. Did I change?
Yeah.
I just... Kind of like what you do with Power Tablet now.
Yeah.
Max decks.
Yeah. So yeah, the Electro Power is just 30 more damage to your electric Pokemon can do in a turn. And then you chose to power up this Pikarom fully.
Yeah, because I want to take advantage of the GX attack, and at this point, it doesn't make sense to power up a Dedenne.
No. Because you have to attach the 3 to 1 Pokemon. You can't spread it around at all.
Correct. I could have... There's 2 lightning. I could have attached 2 to a Dedenne.
Yeah, sure.
But it's like... Why?
Okay, now I'm going to decide here for a minute in what order I want to do things. Because I have the Marshadow that lets me discard a Stadium. And I have the Viridian Force in my hand. And the Viridian Force is a way to guarantee 1 fire energy, which I can welder onto a Pokemon, or onto the Mewtwo. But I want to get the Giant Hearth to make sure I get 2.
Correct. And also with the Viridian Force, that does guarantee that I get an energy and potentially damage Dedenne and the bench and knock it out.
Right. Well, I did not get a Giant Hearth out for this, unfortunately. And I also didn't get a supporter card? Oh, I have a Pokegear. Could get a supporter. And I also didn't draw any fire energy somehow.
Yeah, pretty bad Dedenne change.
Could switch out something, but I have to play the Pokegear first. So I'll look at the top 7 cards in my deck, reveal a supporter card to find there, and put it into my hand. Which is pretty good because I only played 2 supporters, Welder and Bill's Analysis.
Yeah, and I think... Welder.
I found Welder instead of the Bills, which I can't even play because I don't have the fire energy to attach.
Right, it's just so annoying. In this situation, you kind of wish it was kind of like our Gardenia's Vigor.
Yes.
Where you draw some cards, and then if there's energy, you could have attached them.
Yes.
But that you can only do to the bench, and I think you want to do the active. It's a little annoying. But still, Welder is the superior card than Gardenia's
Yes. I'm looking through my discard pile to see if I can even use any of my attacks, because I only have 3 fire energy attached. And I can use the Reshizard's Outrage, and I think that's it. I could use the Double Blaze GX, but it still wouldn't knock you out. It only does 200.
Right. And I think it does 300 if there's extra energy attached to it.
Yes, it does. An extra 3 energy.
Extra 3?
Yeah.
So if you're not knocking me out, it's, just Outrage. You save the GX attack for later.
Yep. Yeah, there's so many GX attacks in this deck that it's better just to save it.
Yeah, just hold on to it for now. So now I play a Cherish Ball here. Kind of wondering what I want to do.
Well, there's nothing going on in your hand, I'll tell you that much.
Right, but still. It's either between the Raichu, Alolan Raichu, or the Zeraora.
Mm-hmm.
I think I choose the Zeraora here. Yep, and I do. Zeraora has Thunderclap Zone, which each of your Pokemon that have any electric energy attached to them have no retreat cost.
Yeah, it's there's a Zapdos EX that's going to be printed that has a similar ability, right?
But that's only on itself.
Oh, it's just itself? Okay.
This is more of Darkrai EX.
Yes, okay, yeah.
And you know how much I'm a fan of Darkrai EX. Whenever we mention Darkrai, I mention it. But yeah, 160 for 3 energy, can't attack during the next turn. But full voltage GX for 1 energy. Attach 5 lightning energy from discard pile to your Pokemon anywhere you like.
Mm-hmm.
But here I'm using the GX attack because I have the 6 energy on Pikarom. I'm doing 200 to the active Mew Mew. And I think it is it's 170, 160. Either way, I'm knocking out the Dene.
Yep. And that's the important part. That's why you have the extra energy, is just to hit the bench.
Right.
So now if I bench another Dedenne, you can just custom catcher it up and knock it out. So
yeah, you really have to knock out my Pikarom.
Mm-hmm. And last turn, if I would have just played the Viridian Forest and gotten a Psychic Energy, I would have been able to Miraculous Duo this turn and heal all this damage off the Mew Mew.
Another Dene change.
Yeah, discarding another Welder. Oh, that's 7.
Yep, but you do catch it.
Yep, I do.
Yep, you did not look at the card, so we're good. Mm-hmm. There's no muck-ups.
Okay,
There's a Bills.
Didn't draw the other Welder, yeah.
Welder wouldn't have helped you anyhow. You don't have...
Yeah, I didn't draw another Fire Energy yet again, yeah.
The deck that has what, like 13 Fire Energies?
This one's pretty low, actually.
Oh, I might be thinking of the seniors list that had 17 energy.
Yeah, like the Reshizard deck has like 15 or 16 Fire Energy in it. So I Cherish Ball for the Latios GX, and it has the attack Tag Purge 120. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's tag team Pokemon, which is pretty good, because that's your main attackers.
Yeah, majority of my deck, besides Zeraora and Dedenne, are... Yeah.
Okay, and then I play Bill's Analysis. Look at the top 7 cards in my deck. Take 2 trainer cards I find there, put them into my hand, and then we also remembered that to use the Marshadow's ability, you have to discard the Marshadow in addition to the Stadium.
Right, it didn't matter anyhow, and would have maybe mattered if you had a full bench or something.
Or if I switched into it the previous turn and gave you that instead of leaving the Mew Mew up.
Yeah. And I only caught that because there's literally a Marshadow in my hand.
Yeah, you got it off your prizes and had time to read it.
Because I think I might have been thinking of current Marshadow. Is it Marshadow?
It's Pumpkaboo.
Pumpkaboo, that's what it is. It's psychic Pokemon. Mm-hmm. It's creepy and dark and Halloweenish. It's almost Halloween time. Kids, get your costumes. It's almost trick-or-treating time.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with Pokemon? I don't know.
Well, Pumpkaboo's a pumpkin. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. There's a theme here.
Uh-huh.
We're figuring it out.
So I Bill's Analysis for 2 Acrobites. So the top 2 cards of your deck, put one of them in your hand, discard the other. I was just searching for Fire Energy and like Welder or something like that. I don't even know at this point.
No, you are so far behind at this point. If you don't knock out Pikarom, it's over.
Yeah. I think I do knock it out with the Reshizard.
You have to. I mean,
the Flare Strike, I have enough energy for that now.
Well, you also have... Oh no, you don't have enough for the Outrage. Or the... I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think
you do have enough for Outrage.
Yep. It was 30 plus 200, so that was enough to knock out the Pikarom with the Outrage. So, yeah.
Yep.
I didn't need to Flare Strike at all. If I did, it's just like, you can't use Flare Strike next turn. It's not a big deal. Because most likely I wouldn't be using that. I would have to heal myself with the Miraculous Duo.
Yep, and now a decision by me.
Because I'm sitting there with 70 HP left.
So it's, can I get a Dedenne powered, or do I get something else powered?
Yeah, you could always put up a single prizer like the Mew. Give yourself a turn to set up another tag team Pokemon, or start powering up the Zeraora maybe.
Because I need to get 2 energy in play, and the only way I can do that now is Tapu Koko Prism Star.
Well, you have Energy Switch in hand and the Tapu Koko, so I think that's all you need. Well, you only do 50 damage, so you need the Electro Power.
I need something. And my hand is not giving it to me.
Yeah, you can Pokemon Communications at least.
Yeah, put a Pokemon card. Put a Pokemon, not a Pokemon card. Pokemon from your hand on top of the deck. Then search the deck for a new Pokemon to put into your hand. Shuffle the deck. And I'm gonna grab Dedenne because we need to find things. Because finding things is fun. Yeah, my deck played 4 Dedenne GX.
Yeah, mine played 3, I believe, so it wasn't that far off.
Yeah.
And it makes more sense for you to play 4 because you're playing you're playing the lightning, electromagnetic radar, and the lightning energies and stuff like that. So
such a cute little Pokemon.
And you need to get the energy in the discard pile for the Tapu Koko turn 1.
Right, and I don't think I had energy in the discard pile to begin with. The only reason I had them in there is because
I knocked something out.
Hey, knocked out Pikarom. That didn't feel good. Alright, so now I think I do. Yep, so there it is. Dance of the Ancients. Once during your turn, before you attack this Pokemon's on your bench, you may move 2 of your bench. You may choose 2 bench Pokemon, attach a lightning energy to them, and then this Pokemon goes to the Lost Zone. Yep, I can attach to the Mew.
Yeah, one important wording on the Tapu Koko Prism Star is that it can't be the active Pokemon when you do it.
Yeah, a little annoying, but yeah.
If you start with it, yeah, it can be annoying.
So, yeah, and I'm explaining to you why I chose to put that energy on the Mew. Because if I don't knock out Mewtwo Mew this turn, I can use the Mew to put 3 damage counters on it and knock it out on my next turn.
Yes.
So I'm doing smart things. So energy switch, move basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another. Yep, and we're going to go for it. Did I change?
And that water Pokemon is Tapu Fini, which does more damage can attack for 1 colorless energy if your opponent has a Ultra Beast on the field, so it one-shots Blacephalon GX.
Yep. And I didn't play supporter yet, so I get Volkner to get the item card. Electro Power to do 30 more this turn.
And I tell you, it has to be a lightning energy, not a lightning Pokemon.
It doesn't matter. It's the item.
All you needed was the Electro Power, yeah.
Yep, so Static Shock now does 70 with the Electro Power for the knockout.
And if you didn't have that, I had all the custom catchers in the world to knock something out.
And I had Power Plant.
Yeah, I think I did have a Giant Earth in my hand, I believe.
So, yeah. Power Plant, it destroys your deck.
Yeah. And I had the second Psychic Energy to use my Mew Mew to heal itself, so.
Yep, so that was the turn. Otherwise, that's a different game. But yeah, it might not seem like a close game because you have 3 prize cards left, but that's
only 1 tag team to knock out.
Yeah. That was the error back then. It was, you saw a lot of people had 3 prize cards left to take, or 2.
Yeah.
Because tag teams were relevant. Very relevant. But yeah, guys, that will do it for this match. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and join us for some cool perks that you'll get here on Mount Moon TCG. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.